following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello and welcome to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Dr. Joel Wallach, your host, a veterinarian and physician. And I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to die at 75.5 like their parents and grandparents. I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to be sick and miserable for the last 15 to 20 years of their life like their parents and grandparents. I am a conservative. A lot of people say I treat them like dogs, but they do seem to get better. Now, if you have a personal health challenge you want to ask about, if you have a health challenge of a friend, a loved one, a workmate, or if you want to talk about medical politics or the home-based business opportunity, give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Well, today we need to ask the ultimate question: why are our foods so deficient, particularly of minerals? Well, I was kind of learning that back as a kid growing up on the farm. Every morning had to throw the wood ashes out of the wood stove into the garden for fertilizer, one of my chores. And so that was just something I just did every day and asked why. Well, it's good fertilizer for the plants. Okay, that's what it was all about. Got into agricultural school at the University of Missouri, and my soils professor was William Albrecht, one of the guys who really figured out that our soils were depleted of minerals, and he was coming up with big projects to grind up mountains and replenish the fields with mineral dust by grinding up mountains. Well, of course, it was an obscenely expensive project, but he knew that the soils were deficient in minerals, and his idea was to grind up boulders and put the minerals back in the thing. And he was an organic farmer. He was really extremely well respected, and I spent a lot of time with him, my soils professor, William Albrecht, University of Missouri. Then when you kind of go back and you look at history, you go back and you look at the big rivers, in the world and the cultures that they generated. The Nile River and, of course, Egypt, the Ganges River in India. And then you look at the Volga River in Russia and the Rhine River in Germany and the Thames River in England. You look at the Amazon River and the countries in South America. And you begin to see that there's all these big cultures. They're creative, they're inventive, they're powerful, they build armies, and they can sustain great cultures and cities around these great rivers. What was kind of a common thread? Well, they would all flood in the spring. When the floodwaters recede, they leave silt behind. And still, at this time, everybody's using wood as the universal fuel around the world and throwing the wood ashes, which turn out to be minerals, not really ashes. 95 to 98% of the wood ashes are really, the powder is just minerals. And just a couple of percentage points are unburnt carbon. And so we see that this powder turns gray or black, which gave people the idea that it was ashes, whatever that meant, instead of minerals. And so there's all this going on in my mind. And let's see here. I knew that when I was 9 years old, I had Tourette syndrome, would be called Tourette syndrome today. Doctors couldn't fix it. I just read some things in a nurse's handbook about cramping and that sort of stuff, and it was due to a calcium deficiency. Started eating animal food, and 5 years I got worse and worse and worse and worse till I was debilitated with this Tourette syndrome for 5 years. And in 3 days' time, I cured myself by eating animal alfalfa pellets meant for beef cattle calves. Okay, and so I'm learning about all these minerals and how might not be in your food, and you have to supplement. All right, so what else did we learn? Well, George Washington Carver, a slave, was actually learning that he could fertilize gardens and fields by taking the silt out of the rivers, actually harvesting the silt out of the river, not waiting for floods, and putting the silt in the rivers. He was also putting wood ash in the gardens. Okay? And he started Tuskegee Institute, the agricultural school for the black community, George Washington Carver. And then there's a guy by the name of Weston Price. He was a dentist. This dentist, Weston Price, but he just loved to go to the Pacific Islands and vacation. This is way before the Second World War, 1920s and 30s. And he's taking pictures of the dental arches of these children there that just look beautiful. Kids, round faces, they had perfect dental arches. They're third world cultures. And he was just so fascinated by that. And after the Second World War, a year after the Second World War ended, he goes back and starts his vacations again. And lo and behold, all their dental arches are now messed up, and they needed orthodontics work. They needed braces to straighten out their teeth. Where before they didn't need that. And he went back and he looked. He says, "Oh, they're actually fertilizing their garden with these wood ashes." And he didn't pay attention to that. But what he thought was that this happened because prior to the Second World War, people were actually eating their food raw and weren't fertilizing with wood. You know, he didn't pay attention to the wood ashes thing, but he was noticing that they were eating food raw. That's what he thought. He published it. They're eating their food raw. It was his big thing. Then after the Second World War, they were cooking their food. Well, they were cooking their food before the Second World War, but they were using wood for fuel and putting the wood ash in the garden. Driftwood, wood from their own trees there on the islands, coconut husk as fuel and putting the ashes into their gardens. Well, after the Second World War, everybody had electricity on the islands that he was going to. They had generated electricity with generators and diesel fuel. They had propane tanks, and he attributed it to cooking the food. Well, he was close, but it was cooking with electricity and propane that caused all the degenerative bone disease in these kids in specific islands. His observations were documented perfectly with pictures before and after, but his interpretation of what was happening was wrong. Well, I want you to contact your Youngevity associate, get the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Disease Transmission, the book Dead Doctors Don't Lie, the book Rare Earths of Impurities goes into all these nutritional deficiencies, particularly mineral nutritional deficiencies that wind up causing musculoskeletal things, arthritis, osteoporosis, things like lupus, things like muscular dystrophy, cystic fibrosis, right? Again, that's epigenetics, dead doctors don't lie, rare earths of impurities. We can solve our problems because you got to supplement. Don't forget the 90 essential nutrients. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach today, call us on the priority line, 831-685-1080, toll free, 888-379-2552. When those aches and pains in your knees, elbows, hands, shoulders, and back crop up, reach for Youngevity's CM Cream. Put CM Cream on a Q-tip and put it in your ear canal for relief from headaches and sinus pressure. A topical temporary relief from minor aches and pains of muscles and joints associated with strains, sprains, and simple backaches. Why take aspirin or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that can cause stomach bleeding and liver damage? Just apply CM Cream liberally to the affected areas, and within 20 minutes or so, you'll have relief from those nagging minor aches and pains. You'll feel better for up to 4 to 5 hours. So the next time you have achy joints or muscles, do what I do. Reach for CM Cream for relief. And for systemic relief, reach for CM Plus capsules. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit selection of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium, hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America. All are carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. For an extra boost, try JavaFit's Energy Extreme 62, a proprietary blend of nutrients including Cambogia, green tea extract, an extra shot of caffeine, and niacin, designed to support metabolism and enhance physical performance. Available in single cup or single pot packs. Contact your local Youngevity distributor to get Jovolution coffees. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
We're back with Dead Doctors Online, the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 90 Flat Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And if you need to lose that 10, 25, 50, 75, 100 pounds or more, contact your Youngevity associate. And as for the books Hell's Kitchen, the subtitle is The Cause, Prevention, and Cure of Obesity. It also discusses type 2 diabetes and the metabolic syndrome. And the book Energy Crisis. Okay? And these two books will tell you why people are overweight and obese. Lack of nutrients is really what it is, particularly mineral nutrients. And it tells you how to supplement properly to lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. And, of course, we have the Keto Caramel Shake. We have the Keto Caramel Bar, meal replacer, 251 calories. Puts your body in the mode where it's going to burn your fat. It's going to burn your body fat and help speed up the process. You'll lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. And the magic is you'll never gain the weight back as long as you continue taking the 90 essential nutrients and the REV, R-E-V, which is an accelerator, and you lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. It's not unusual. It's not unusual, okay, to lose that half a pound to 2 pounds a day and never gain it back. I don't care if you need to lose 300, 400, 500 pounds. We can help you lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day, and you will be a magic person. We do this thousands of times a month. Why not you? Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, they're at it again. I've got a CBS news story here headlined, "More than 1 in 5 emergency room patients face, quote, surprise medical bills," according to a study, which comes from Johns Hopkins. They found a lot of patients getting socked with unexpected bills despite making sure that they got treatment at hospitals in their insurance network. A specific case was Rhiannon Shade rushed her 5-month-old daughter Daisy to an emergency room after a seizure. The daughter's fine, but then she was unexpectedly hit with an anesthesiology bill for almost $3,000. She says at no point in time were we ever notified that the anesthesiologist didn't participate in our plan or were we given any kind of choice. Slade is not alone, as more than 1 in 5 emergency room patients face what are called surprise medical bills, even though they thought they were in network in the hospital they were being treated and then billed by out-of-network physicians. A study found that the largest increases in the Medicare price include charges for emergency medicine, anesthesiology, and radiology. They say often these surprise bills are coming from what we call oncologists, according to Church Bell, the program's director for Consumers Union. Says you have states around this country where over 50% of the emergency doctors are out of network at in-network hospitals. A handful of states like New York and Connecticut have passed legislation limiting a patient's liability for out-of-network care. For Shade, she's still fighting the bill and trying to sort it out with the insurance company and the provider. And she said, I've spent hours and hours and hours on the phone with the provider, the insurance company. Appeal after appeal has been denied. They say your primary care provider, if you have one, can be your advocate with an insurance company or healthcare facility. And I say in this case, any case, consumers unions can offer state-by-state tool for getting help. Just search Consumer Reports Insurance Complaint online. So there you go.
Yes, well, again, there's no oversight of any kind for the medical community. And so there's nobody who checks their billings, and nobody who checks their ethics when it comes to finances. Nobody checks their diagnoses compared to the lab work. And as a result, they have built a community of fraud and actually taking advantage of the patient. You never hear of a doctor losing his house for lack of money, right? You never hear of a doctor not being able to afford the horrible tuitions for their children, right? That's because they can call in 3 or 4 or 5 people and do procedures on them they really don't need just to get the money to pay the bills. And nobody pays attention to this. There's no oversight. And if I were insurance companies, I'd gather together their lobbying saying, look, we need to be checking how these doctors figure out their billing, how they make their diagnoses, and so forth, because there's too much graft and fraud involved here. And so insurance companies should have somebody that can look at every doctor's records like once every 3 months and kind of keep an eye on these guys, because they have certainly turned Americans into an ATM machine. So I urge everybody to get a hold of that trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport Aromatherapy. Learn how to do your own physicals. You can do a $2,000 physical for $4.50. You can get all the test strips that a doctor will use from a pharmacy without a prescription. don't forget, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and Passport Aromatherapy. Start doing all this stuff yourself and tell the doctors to go to the bank if they want an ATM machine. And we'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you have questions for Dr. Wallach, call us between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Youngevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Youngevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily tablets and the mineral capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Youngevity distributor today. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 State. We do have lines open. You can call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. If you're going to do the Youngevity business as a business, I urge you to get a hold of that trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport Aromatherapy, and learn how to deal with over 900 different diseases using vitamins and minerals and trace minerals and rare earths, amino acids, fatty acids, herbs, and aromatherapy oils. That's a trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport Aromatherapy. And, of course, the added benefit is you'll also be able to learn how to do your own physicals and save yourself thousands and thousands of dollars every year. Save yourself from getting your insurance rates going up because the doctor diagnoses with something and calls it genetic or autoimmune or familial, whereas you can diagnose it yourself using the books Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and Passport Aromatherapy. And you can learn in those books how to diagnose them, how to manage them, how to help your body get rid of them. It is an amazing thing when you're in control here. You will save yourself. Your insurance rate won't double and triple as a result of getting a diagnosis, because you get the diagnosis, you get rid of the disease, it's not on your permanent medical record. What a concept. Okay, let's see here. Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Detroit, Michigan. And Anthony, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Anthony, you're on the air.
Hey, Dr. Wallach, God bless you.
God bless you too, sir.
I've got a young lady that's 5'9", 220 pounds, 44 years of age. She doesn't feel regular with her digestive system. Not too long ago, she had surgery on a obstructed bowel, and she's unable to get pregnant. Her doctor is also saying that she might come down with diabetes, but her mom and dad doesn't have diabetes, never had it.
Well, it's not genetic, you know that. It doesn't matter
Right.
if mom and dad had it or not.
Exactly. She's asthmatic since 3 years old, and she has arch problems with her right foot, ball with her right foot.
Okay.
And that's it.
Well, that's it. Okay, this is a Shar thing. Miss Shar, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, dear. Okay, this gal here is 5'9",
Yep.
weighs 220 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that she's probably 40 pounds overweight, okay, or more, 40, 50 pounds overweight. She got constipation. She has had asthma since she was a kid, and she's got, let's see here, obstructed bowel, which could be something like Crohn's disease or something like that. She got type 2 diabetes. She's infertile, and arthritis. She got problems with her joints and bones. What would you say is her basic underlying problem?
I know it's a gluten intolerance. I know it is.
You get an A+ there, dear. Exactly right. And gluten intolerance. So we need to get rid of all the bad foods, the fried foods, processed meats, oils, and gluten. No wheat, brown, around oats. And then, what kind of program would you give her for a protocol for supplements?
Oh, I'd get her on the two healthy brain and heart packs, and then I would give her, she could take the herbal rainforest at night for a
Constipation, very good. Yeah,
constipation.
I could start her out with just a tablespoon at night, which is a half ounce. So 1 quart could last 2 months, and that should help her with a softer, regular stool. Okay. And then what would you do? 2 healthy brain and heart packs. Remember, she got diabetes. She got some arthritis stuff.
I'd give her some Sweeties, and then I would also give her some glucogel for her arthritis.
15 glucogel is 2 large bottles a month, 5, 5, and 5. Sweeties, I'd go ahead and give her 3 twice a day or 3 times a day. But there's one other thing. We need to do the weight loss thing, and so hang on. We'll come back, Anthony. We'll give you a piece to add to the weight loss after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. On the priority line, 831-685-1080. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
This is the ZBS Radio Network.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity and 90 for Life Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And Doug, let's go right back to Michigan and Anthony with his ladies' problems here. And so what would you also add to this ladies' program, Charmaine, to help her lose that 40 pounds?
I would have her get the Rev.
Okay, Rev. It's a liquid dropper bottle. It's actually a second generation of the ASAP, as slim as possible, as soon as possible. A Rev, and we've revved it up, so that's why they've changed the name to Rev. And it's a dropper bottle. Go ahead and get one of those, because it's one per 50 pounds of body weight you need to lose per month. Put a dropper full under this lady's tongue. She can put it under her tongue 30 minutes for each meal. Leave it absorb through oral tissues. Won't hurt her if she swallows it, but she won't get maximum benefit. And she will begin to lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. When she achieves her ideal weight, which would be, say, 165 to 180, somewhere in there, depending on if she's working out or not, she can, of course, continue to use the Rev, say 3 days a week instead of all 7 days, kind of maintain what she's got. But she needs to maintain the 90 essential nutrients. And give us a call every 2 weeks if you would, Anthony, and we'll need to know her blood pressure, her blood sugar, how much she weighs, how she's doing with her bowel movements, how's her asthma going, all this kind of stuff. But she's going to do very, very well, because this is, as Shar said, is all due to nutritional deficiencies, malabsorption, because of the basic underlying gluten intolerance when she's had since a child. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Texas. And Marissa, you are on with Dr. Wallach.
Okay, Marissa,
Hi.
You're on the air. Hi, what's up?
Hi. I am calling actually on a recommendation of a family friend who used your products after he had surgery for prostate cancer, and he credits him for reversing his cancer. So my mother has colon cancer. She's 69 years old and was diagnosed in July. She's not doing chemo or radiation. We're trying to fight it nutritionally. She has a large mass that hasn't metastasized. And just to give you a little bit of her medical history, she was diagnosed with diabetes around the same time they found the mass. Her fasting blood sugar is usually around 140, but it got as low as 104 earlier this month. She's anemic. She has the sickle cell trait. She's had kidney problems. About 30 years ago, she was passing blood clots, and the doctor told her that was related to her kidneys. She's lost about 50 pounds since 2012 and about 20 since having colostomy surgery in July, which was related to the cancer. She has a lot of moles on her face and neck, which I think may indicate a compromised immune system since moles are similar to warts. She has one capped tooth and has lost most of her teeth. She started losing them in her 20s. She's on hydrocodone for severe pain post-colostomy surgery. And let's see, one of her children has full-blown sickle cell, and one was born with leaky gut, if that gives you any clues. And
a lot of clues, okay. Okay, how much does your mom weigh?
She's 90 pounds, and she's about 5'5".
Okay. All right, let's go with that. Now, she's got a lot of problems going on here, and she has one son who has full-blown sickle cell. Is that correct?
Daughter, yes.
Oh, daughter, okay. Diabetes, colon cancer, and she's had a history of kidney problems. So this is a Char thing. What's the basic underlying problem here, Charmaine?
Gluten intolerance, of course.
Yeah, gluten intolerance. Of course, all her children, including yourself, if this is your mom, yourself and all your siblings, all your brothers and sisters need to get drop-dead gluten-free. In your mama's household, this would include the dog, the cat, the bird, the fish, spouse, any of her siblings, sisters or brothers, renters, partner, whatever's going on here. Got to get the whole household gluten-free. And then we'll come back, and Char and I will outline a protocol, nutritional supplement protocol for you to help your mom's immune system, which will be her best friend at this point. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. That's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And if you want to live to be well beyond 100 chronologically, say 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200 plus, being biologically 30, 40, 50, people say, well, come on, Wallach, there's no way. Well, I want you to remember Roger Bannister. Before the 4-minute mile was broken, it was totally impossible for a human being with 2 legs. Only a horse with 4 legs could do a 4-minute mile, not a human being. And he broke it right during the Olympics, and thousands of people broke it within 6 months after he broke it, because they knew it could be done, and they just worked a little harder and made it happen. Well, the same thing is true. Watch it, because we're going to live. There's a bunch of us, about 1,000 of us have gotten together. We call it the 200 Club, And we are going to live well beyond 200. And guess what? Once we do it, everybody on Earth will see, gosh, we can do it. Don't wait. Don't wait until it's too late for you. Contact your Youngevity associate. Ask for the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, the book Immortality, and the book Rare Earth Cures. Learn how to add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life. Okay, Doug, let's go right back to Texas and Marissa. All right, Charmaine, what are we going to do? Let's see here for this woman from a supplement standpoint.
Well, I would get her on a healthy brain and heart pack, and then she also needs the sweeties for the diabetes, and for the kidney problems, I'd give her the Daily Classic, the Niacin Plus, and the Cardio Sticks.
Okay, now she does have a mass in her intestines. What would you do to help her immune system shrink that mass?
She could take the BTT 2.0 tablets for
ORAC points, more ORAC points. Yep.
Right.
You get her up 160,000. That'd be 4 of those tablets a day, 2 at breakfast, 2 at dinner time. That's 1 bottle a month. And there's a liquid quart that has fucoidan in it. What would you give her?
I'd give her the Z Radical for that.
Perfect. You get an A triple plus. Very good. Now the Z Radical, it's a liquid, comes in quarts. I'd go ahead and get her 2 quarts of that. Z like zebra, dash, and then radical, because this is just really, really supports the immune system. That's going to be her best friend there. Give us a call every couple of weeks if you would, please, Marissa, and we'll walk you ladies through this. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Illinois. And Brenda, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Brenda, you're on the air.
How are you?
Fine. How can we help you?
Oh, great. I'm calling for my daughter. This is her situation. She have not had menstrual cycle, has not stopped since the middle of November. The doctor prescribed...
Okay, wait a minute. You said 2 different things there. She's had a continuous menstrual cycle since November?
Right. She have not stopped her menstrual cycle.
Okay.
Since the middle of November. Her doctor prescribed her oral tricycline. Then she prescribed her the Strentic, STRINTEC, birth control pills. She was diagnosed from her primary physician with menorrhea, MENORAHAGIA.
Menorrhea, that's a form of dysmenorrhea.
Right. Okay, so she's 34 years old, and this has been going on in her since...
How much does she weigh?
9 years old. She weighs...
How much does she weigh? Wait a minute. She's had problems with her menstrual cycle since she's 9 years old?
29.
Oh, 29, okay. 29 years old. And how tall is she?
She's 5'3".
Okay, 5'3". I'd like to see her weigh 115, so she needs to lose almost 90 to 100 pounds here. Okay, so Charmaine, what would you do for this lady?
Well, I would say that because of the weight problem, she's got a gluten intolerance because you can absorb sugar, but you can't absorb nutrients. So what I would get her on, 2 healthy brain and heart packs, but she can also, and then get her on the Woman's FX and the Xerafem.
Okay, very, very good. And what would you do for the weight? We need her to lose 100 pounds.
The Rev would get rid of the weight.
Very good. Okay, well, Char's exactly correct. Your daughter's got to get her dietary stuff changed. She's got to get rid of all the bad stuff. No fried foods. Remember, this is everybody in the household, not just her. No fried foods, no exceptions. No processed meats with nitrates, nitrites, no deli slices, sandwich meat, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky, corned beef, Spam, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely no oils, no olive oil, coconut oil, margarines, mayonnaise, cooking oils. Absolutely no gluten. No gluten. Even in the dog food, cat food, bird food, fish food. No gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats. That's got to go. And then as Shar said, I'd have her take 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. I would also, let's see here, does she have any joint problems or high blood pressure or diabetes?
Well, she's on the Women's FX and the extra extra pills from you. She's been taking that.
Okay.
So
now is she taking? Okay, is she taking the healthy brain and heart packs, the 90 essential nutrients?
No, she's not taking those.
Okay. Well, she's got to take those. Otherwise, the other 2 aren't going to work very well. Okay. She needs 2 healthy brain and heart packs, as Shar said, a full dose of everything at breakfast and dinner. She can take 3 of those Xerafem tablets twice a day. It would be 2 bottles a month. She needs 2 ounces of the Woman's FX, an ounce of breakfast, ounce of dinner. They're quart bottles, so take 2 quarts a month. And then, but it's imperative for her to give up the gluten so she can absorb all this stuff. And then the Rev, R-E-V, I'd have her take an ounce 30 minutes for each meal, and have her take an ounce 15 minutes for each meal. So it'll be 2 bottles a month to pull that off. And she will begin to lose the weight. And it doesn't take long once the nutrition begins to seep through. I would also get her on, how many eggs a day would you have her eat, Charmaine, to make sure she can make enough hormones?
Oh, at least 6 to 8 eggs a day.
Yeah, per 100 pounds of body weight. So she needs 12 to 16 eggs a day. Now, why do you think that the birth control pills didn't work?
Because she's not absorbing them.
You got it. A++. Yeah, she couldn't absorb even the birth control pills. That's why it didn't help her much. So it's imperative to get rid of all the bad stuff, the fried foods, the processed meats, the oils, the gluten. Then call us every couple of weeks. Let us know her weight. Let us know her blood pressure. We need to know how her cycle is going. See, the reason why she's not seeing much success here, she's not absorbing these things. She can, as Shar said, she can absorb calories, which are very small particles, only 5 to 6 carbons long. Very easy to absorb sugar and carbohydrates. It's difficult to absorb these nutrients when you have a gluten problem and you're eating gluten. No gluten. There is no such thing as gluten-free oats. You cannot have oatmeal for breakfast. No wheat, barley, rye, oats, no exceptions. Okay, Doug, let's see if we can start another one.
All right, let's head to Chicago, Illinois. And Dave, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Dave, you're on the air.
Yes, Dr. Wallach. I have a gentleman who is 5'6" and 180 pounds, and he's 50 years old. He has had diabetes for some time already, and he's got some problem with his eyes. He's got glaucoma in one eye, and he's also had some problems with the other eye. But recently, he's been seeing flashes on his eye that he don't, on the side that he doesn't see because of the glaucoma.
Okay, I missed that. Wait a minute, I didn't hear what you said. I heard something in the eye, but I didn't get what he's got in that eye.
Okay. On the eye, from the eye that he's got glaucoma on, sir, he's seeing some flashing, and he says he sees images of people moving. They are not.
When there's no people there. Okay.
No, there's no
All right,
people.
got that. All right. Does he have anything else? Does he have arthritis? Does he have high blood pressure?
Diabetes, dry skin, constipation. I know he's got a gluten intolerance problem. I know that.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Okay, Charmaine, everybody knows he's got a gluten intolerance, so he's got to get rid of all the bad foods. So what would you do for his type 2 diabetes and his glaucoma?
Well, I would get him on 2 healthy brain and heart packs and add the sweeties to it. And I'd get him on the Occutive and the Vision FX. Okay,
what would you do to get blood flowing properly in the eye?
I get him on the Ultimate Daily Classic, the Niacin Plus, and the Cardio Stick.
Okay, you get an A+, dear. Okay, you know what to do, Dave. Give us a call every couple of weeks on this guy because he should see some great improvement, particularly immediately in his diabetes. The eye thing will take a little bit longer, but it'll help too. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat dark chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture. with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I gotta tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local Youngevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Doug on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 9 Flat Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Indiana. And Stanley, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Stanley, you're on the air.
All right, thanks, Doc. I'm having trouble focusing and making decisions. I kind of go into like a la-la land where I have no urgencies and nothing, it's like somebody's changing channels in my mind over and over and over every couple of minutes.
Okay, now are you on any medication for depression or anything like that?
No, I'm not. I've tried them.
Okay.
They seem to help a little bit initially, and then my prostate, gets where I can't pee, and this makes me miserable.
Okay. So, do you have any history of asthma as a kid?
Yes, I was born with asthma, hay fever, sinuses, and all kinds of allergies. I was born a blue baby.
What about skin problems? Okay, what about skin problems? Any eczema, dermatitis, rosacea?
Not eczema. I've had
psoriasis,
basal cells and stuff, and no psoriasis.
So some skin issue. Okay. What about what about bowel problems? Constipation, diarrhea?
You kind of very seldom have constipation, but it does go into soft stool or diarrhea quite frequently.
Okay, it alternates. Okay.
Yeah, it alternates.
All right. What do you weigh, sir?
165.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
Okay. All right. Well, having these sorts of, which I say, disturbances with sort of brain function, if you will, how the brain works and interprets in the environment and so forth, is a nutritional deficiency. Okay? It's not anything inborn or anything like that. This is a nutritional deficiency because you're all right for most of your life. And, in the last couple of years, you've had these problems. Nutritional deficiency. And so, Charmaine, what's Stanley's basic problem here?
He has a gluten intolerance for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, very, very good. And so what would you give him besides no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, brown, and oats? What would you give him as a protocol?
I give him 2 healthy brain and heart packs, Synaptive, and De-Stress.
Okay. Oh, that's very good. The De-Stress, absolutely. And let's see here. I think, no, that's very good. I think you got it all, girl. Yeah. So 2 Healthy Brain and Heart packs a month. That's a full dose of everything twice a day. And then the Synaptive, I'd go ahead and take 2 of those tablets twice a day. It'll be 2 bottles a month. This is the raw materials for making neurotransmitters. So one nerve cell can talk to the other. And Shar is exactly correct. The D-stress capsules, capital D like David dash stress. And this has to do with the metabolism in the brain, how it functions and how it works and so forth. And all of these various things you've had as a younger person, asthma, bowel problems, this alternating diarrhea and a little bit of constipation once in a while, skin issues of various kinds. These are all drop-dead gluten intolerance indicators. Okay, so yourself, spouse, partner, mother-in-law, renter, dog, cat, bird, fish, siblings, kids in the house, everybody's got to be drop-dead gluten-free. Otherwise, you're not gluten-free because of cross-contamination of the laundry, cross-contamination of the couch where everybody watches TV, cross-contaminated bed where you sleep together, food preparation services, laundry again. It's imperative that everybody is drop-dead gluten-free. And that's going to make sure you're going to efficiently absorb this stuff because these things are easily dealt with. But, of course, as you've found out, these antidepressive drugs really aren't going to help the problem because there's no nutrition in an antidepressive drug. Okay, you really need the nutrition, and Char's outlined a very, very good program for complete brain nutrition. And so give us a call if you would, because you're suffering from things that